The smoke was no longer for rescue. It was for holding ground. Fortress Zero dominated the mountain, and the Orange Tigers had only one way forward across open snow.
Stay through the end. This assault is not about charging first. It is about surviving the mountain guns.
Commander Frost did not wait for the attack. He saw it coming from the radar ridge.
He chose the road first, not the soldiers.
Every shot was measured. Nothing here was random.
The first blow was ready.
The mountain fired first. One shell crossed the whole battlefield, hit the convoy in a heartbeat. It erased the road in front of it. Captain Blaze's line was split before the assault had even begun.
Split the line. Trucks behind berms. No bunching on the road.
If the Tigers wanted to move again, Smoke would have to move first. The medics were already preparing for what the first shell had promised.
From above, the White Wolves saw everything the open snow refused to hide.
The mountain guns adjusted before the Tigers could settle.
The second shot came faster. One man was down, and the snow around him turned lethal.
Medic team, stand by. Mortars, give me smoke on that corridor.
Range confirmed. Fire. Shell up! Shell up! 3 rounds. 1 corridor.
The smoke did not stop the danger. It only made rescue possible.
Nobody charged into glory. They pulled a comrade out alive.
The base camp remained a battlefield, but it also remained a lifeline. Alpha to the wreck line. Bravo covers. Charlie stays with mortars. No team moves alone. One team moved. One team watched. That was how the Tigers stayed alive. The defenders held height and range. The attackers answered with discipline. This was not a brawl. It was distance, angles, and timing.
Bravo moves next. Alpha covers. Keep the spacing wide.
Each bound was small. Each bound mattered. The White Wolves corrected faster than the snow could settle. The third shot was already on the way. This time, the mountain aimed at cover itself.
The truck was lost, but not useless.
Use the wreck. Advance by the wreck. Nothing wasted.
If they could not silence the wall, they could at least blind one gun.
Now the Orange Tigers answered with their own arc of fire.
One round. Ridge left.
This shell did not hunt men. It hunted the gun that hunted them.
Not a kill, but enough to shake the ridge.
The second round came with better eyes.
One mountain gun went blind under snow and smoke.
Move now. 2 bounds only. Forward line before the next correction.
The Tigers crossed another stretch of exposed ground, but never all at once. The closer they came, the more of the fortress woke up.
No one charged the bunker. They respected the lane it controlled.
Bring the shields. Hold this line. We go no further without structure.
The first line became a position, not just a stopping point. Even under fire, the Tigers pushed medicine closer to the front. A line that could not be supplied could not be held. Frost let them build their line, just long enough to mark it.
The ridge answered again.
The shell found the place, not the men. Only now could Blaze truly see the gate, and the bunkers, and the firing slits. The ice gate was not a door, it was a kill box. Crossing the last 80 meters without changing the battlefield would be suicide. The flank was already owned by the bunker.
And the center belonged to the wall itself.
Below the gate, the mountain narrowed the battle even further.
No charge. We hold here. We do not feed that gate.
If they ever attacked the gate, it would need smoke, engineering, and silence from the ridges.
Blaze chose concealment over impulse.
The smoke was no longer for rescue. It was for holding ground. A line held for hours begins to look like a foothold. The wolves tested the line. The line did not collapse.
Holding ground also meant holding the wounded.
The Tigers were not just pushing forward, they were also pulling their people home.
The fortress still held, but it had given up one small piece of ease.
By the end of the push, the Tigers had not taken the gate, but they had taken the snow in front of it. Base camp survived. The forward line stood. Fortress Zero still watched from above.
As long as the radar tower lived, the mountain guns would keep seeing.
Frost had not stopped the Tigers entirely, but he had kept them where he wanted them.
Let them build their little line. At dawn, bury it.
If you want the next assault, stay with the campaign, because the next target is the radar ridge.
The White Wolves were not done for the night. The Tigers had won ground. The Wolves still owned the mountain. At dawn, the snowfield would burn again.